Hey, what's up? This is Sean, the What's Up Dude. We are here at the historic US 66 Museum. Route 66. Here's the museum that we're going to go into. The first 100 miles. Welcome Center. All right, this is the first attraction at the US 66 Museum. Made in Joliet. This is the first economy car. It says in 1909, economy car was built in Joliet by the Economy Motor Buggy Company. The company was incorporated in Fort Wayne, Indiana, April of 1907. Over here, the first 100 miles, it looks like an old-fashioned diner. And then we have here, if you bring your kids, you can jump in this car right here and take a nice photo with your family. All right, we're with a couple cool dudes. These are the Blues Brothers. 1980, this film was made, and Joliet was filmed. It was filmed here, and one of the major scenes was filmed at the Joliet prison that's actually right next door. You can take tours of the Joliet prison, but these two dudes, they were in the movie. Here, if you got kids, there's a little play area. Now I'm gonna show you, even though I'm crippled, I can still hobble along on this. Now right here, this shows you Route 66. It goes from Los Angeles to Joliet, Illinois. Here's the whole spread of Route 66 on the map and all the cool places you can go on the way. All right, and right here we have the soaring achievement of John C. Hobart. He was interested in space. Now, if you want a nice space to go to see some cool stuff, this is where you go. Some historical facts about his family. Here's a math equation about what they thought of about how to go to the moon. Here's a really old-fashioned TV. You don't really see these anymore. And got some pictures that you can view that tell you a little story about what achievement it was to create all this engineering. And that's about it for this room. We'll go on to the next one. And this room here, this is a room full of different paintings that I can show you, different galleries from around the area, and we'll get a sneak peek of what we have in store here. As you can see, you can read up on the information yourself if you want to visit the area. But we got some paintings and we got some cool little artifacts here as well. Little satchels and leather from a different time era. We'll just take a quick tour of what's in this room. I'll also say if you're out in the Joliet area and you're feeling a little warm, nice and cool in this museum, just to come on here and enjoy some scenery, see some cool stuff, and cool off from the heat. Now here, this is old Raggedy Ann dolls. So there's 3 of those. Then you got some cool plates here as well. And this is an old trolley car. We can get on inside here. Show you what you can view in this room here. Some chairs if you want to sit down and get comfortable. It's a little video that shows some information.
transfer point, library.
This shows old Joliet.
All aboard. Next stop, Cannon Street.
Some old photos of people that were in the city and how they used to live a long time ago. So a couple things from this area here. Joliet used to have stone quarries and used to move stone around. This is the industrial age. So this was Joliet street industry, or steel industry, sorry about that, but they used to make steel. And then big on railroads, there's actually a railroad in Joliet downtown that still passes through. And this is what some of these pictures look like of what they had out in the area. And here's some barbed wires from 1940. 9 varieties of barbed wires made in Joliet, works of U.S. Steel. So right here, this is a case full of artifacts from the prison, different things that inmates had. So self-made inmate tattoo gun, if they wanted to give tattoos. Here's some toothbrushes, toothpaste, and even underwear. So I'm gonna read you some interesting facts here. It says, did you know, in 1673, the French explorer Louis Joliet first recognized that a canal could connect the Great Lakes with the Mississippi River, but it took 175 years to realize his dream. In 1827, the federal government granted the state 300,000 acres along with a proposed route to help finance the project. And in 1835, the Illinois legislature created a new canal commissioning with William Gooding. As chief engineer, construction began. The I.M. Canal was officially opened in 1848. In 1984, the Illinois and Michigan Canal again made the news in the America's first natural heritage corridor. Today, the Joliet bike path runs through the city, linking two I&M Canal's trails. And this section of the US 66 Museum shows what an old street shop would look like. Similar today, there's a bunch of stores on the street, but this is kind of what you would see walking down the street. A office machine, supplies, shoes, clothing, accessories, and you'd have band gear and urban streetscape. This right here, it just shows you a little bit what's going on during those times. It's a different age, different time. And right here, they're playing a little video. Joliet, this is one thing I didn't know. They used to make ammunition for the wars that were happening. There was a field director of ammunition in this age, and I'm going to show you a few things here that Joliet made. So they made weapons and bullets, and they even made bombs. So we just made it to the 3rd floor. Illinois Bell presents Better Living by Telephone back during these times that they're showing here. This is what we used to have, rotary phones, when we had to dial the phone numbers one number at a time. A lot easier now with cell phones. And right here you have a portable TV. It's got a little handle. You can move it around if you're having a barbecue outside or wherever you're at. You could take this on the go. A couple things here if you wanted to listen to a couple things. from some people from the 50s. They'll tell you a story about their history. And then right here we have some transistor radios. Then we have an instant camera from 1977 to 1979. And then we have a swinging camera from 1965 to 1970. And we have a movie camera, 1968 to 1970. Did your mom ever bake you a cake? Well, this is how they did it back then, 1957. This is the mixers that they used to use, showing you old technology from a different age. And just so you know, this building used to be a church back in the day. You can see they left the stained glass windows. I'll show you a couple of those on the wall. Also over on this side, there's a couple here as well. Kind of remnants of what this building used to be before now it turned into the Route 66 museum that we're in now. And right here, this is a little area that honors the people that were in the Sports Hall of Fame in the Joliet area. Share a little information about that. And we have public art. So this is just a display that someone in the Joliet area painted. And then we have the Hall of Pride, Reverend James Allen. So Hall of Pride was made in 1987 to recognize individuals whose long-term efforts have been dedicated to making the greater Joliet a better place to live and raise families. Right here we have America's amazing moon mission. So July 20th, 1969, bizarre-looking spacecraft called the Eagle undocked from the command ship Columbia and slowly descended to the surface of the moon around the world. People anxiously watched Neil Armstrong take the first historic step on the lunar surface, and they heard Buzz Aldrin exclaim, "Magnificent desolation." So a couple things in here if you're interested in space travel. Little video showing you some science facts.
Undeterred, less than 1 month later, astronaut Alan Shepard Jr. took his Freedom 7 Mercury spacecraft for a 15-minute suborbital flight. Even with this success, the United States still trailed the Soviet Union. The space
Got a couple placards here that you can read more information.
As a result, the government offered grants of
And they have a replica of the footprints from the moon landing. It's supposed to be the moon and the footprints where the first astronauts stepped on the moon. Shows the stages of re-entry into Earth. And a little information here about astronauts. Right here, this is the Hobart Rooftop Terrace. And so we can't go outside there today. For some reason it's locked, but it looks like if you go out there, you can see a street view. And normally you're able to go out there and sit down and relax and kind of soak in some sun of the Joliet area. This is the last stop of the museum. They have different Blues Brothers. If you want to buy merchandise from Joliet, shirts, and you got all this stuff here. You can even get some candy if you want. Alrighty, that is all for today. And please like and subscribe my channel. I'm still getting used to doing these videos. Right now I'm recovering from a work injury, so I have some free time. So I thought I would do some experiences and show them to you. If you like what I have to show, then go ahead and follow the channel and And I'll do more as I'm off work while I heal. And who knows, maybe I'll do more videos in the future, but enjoy the content while I can make it. And you have a wonderful day.